Now let's say I want to get the sum of the four numbers we see here. I just put my cursor in the empty cell directly below those four numbers and click in it to select that cell. Now I go up to the ribbon and I click on the button that has the Greek letter sigma on it, which is the mathematical symbol for sum. After I click that sum button, we can see that there's something going on with the cells that have the numbers in them. They're now shaded in a kind of light blue color, and there's this marquee around them. This is basically Excel's way of visually telling us, hey, just wanted to double check, these are the numbers that you were talking about, right? And then in the cell below those numbers, we see that same thing written out as a formula. It's like Excel is telling us, hey again, just FYI, I'm going to be calculating the sum of cells C5 through C8. And yes, that is exactly what I want Excel to calculate. So I'm going to hit enter and it gives me the answer. In the previous video, we actually decreased the number of decimal places in this cell, in C8. Well, when we added up these numbers, Excel put those decimals back in. I can just select that cell and then click on the decrease decimal button again to shrink it back down. Now let's say I decided I didn't want the sum of those numbers, I actually wanted the average. I can just erase the formula for sum. And now, instead of clicking the sum button, I'm going to click that downward facing arrow immediately to the right of the sum button, which brings up a drop-down menu of a bunch of other formulas I can pick from. And I want the average of those numbers, so I'm going to click on average. As soon as I click that, Excel does its thing again with the marquee, showing me, hey, just double checking, these are the numbers I'm going to use, and yes, those are the numbers I want to take the average of, so I hit enter, and now I have the average. Next, I'll show you how to copy a formula. I've added some more numbers next to the ones I originally had. Now let's say I want to take the average of these new groups of numbers. There's no need to repeat my steps over and over again for each group. I can just tell Excel, so you know the formula that I used for this original group of numbers? I want to use that same formula for these numbers over here. I do this by copying the formula for the average that I already used here in this first column. To copy it, I first have to select the cell whose formula I want to copy. Then I have to make sure that my cursor looks like a black plus sign. If it looks like anything else, like this white cross, for example, it's not going to work. It has to be this black plus sign that I get when I bring my mouse down to the lower right-hand corner of the cell. So now that my cursor is the black plus sign, I hold down my left mouse button and I drag my mouse to the right. And I want to take the averages of both of these columns, so I'm going to copy the formula across the empty cells beneath both of those columns. And now, when I lift up my mouse button, the answers appear in those cells.